tell you something? The setup was a setup. I've been speaking to a few people this year, even if it was just via text. And one thing I think we all agree on is that, listen, 2023 came in hard. Life is life. And right now, a lot of believers are just going through, just in the fight of their life. It is February 5th. I don't know when I'm going to listen to this video, probably tomorrow. But so many people are in a fight. And it's like, but God, you said, and I thought this was going to happen. The word of the Lord, I released it for 2023. Go watch it if you haven't, because it's sure. I promise you. It is sure. Even in the midst of this, even in the midst of the hurt, even in the midst of the betrayal, and you all know I'm not one to just sit and talk about haters and things like that. But baby, can I tell you something? Some of you are crying over who left. Some of you are crying over who's trying to leave, but you won't even let them. You're trying to hold on to something, and God is He's trying to save you. I'll say it like that. He's trying to save you by having these people cut you off, and you're trying to hold on to it. Some of you don't even realize that you can't take certain people where God is taking you. We talk about new seasons. Some of us try to stay away from certain words because it's like cliche and the church just runs out with it. Listen, I'll let y'all figure all that out. But you're going somewhere, and some of you, now this word is not for everybody, you all know. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But some of you are still trying to drag along. You know, I like using examples. Hold on. Actually, I want you all to see me do this. I like to use examples. This is what some of you are doing, and the Lord is trying to disconnect you from some folk. Family member, friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. This is what you're doing. You're making the decision to walk back. And this is what you're doing. Now, I wish I had time to stuff this suitcase with a bunch of heavy stuff, right? And I hope you all can hear me. I wish I had time to put a bunch of heavy stuff in here. But some of you, you don't even realize. You walk back. You picked up luggage. The Lord is trying to give you a new thing. You picked up the old luggage, right? Come on, Jackie. And you just try to drag it around. Wherever you go. I'm going to just drag this old luggage because it makes me feel safe. And I don't want to get to know nobody else. And let's deal with this one. They've been my friends since kindergarten. I don't want to get to know new people. Well, they've been around forever. All right, here we go. They've been around forever. I don't want to love nobody else. He don't treat me right, but I was about to say something. He still gives me what I need that I'm not even supposed to be getting because I'm not married yet. So you should drag your own stuff around. This friend has stabbed you in your back 10 times. You sit, all these stab wounds you got back here, you patch them up and go right back. You don't even realize, just fighting what the Lord is trying to do. You just fighting it. And then here you go. Exactly. Thank you, phone, for proving my point. Here you go in prayer. You're trying to pray. You're trying to worship. You fasting. All of this stuff. All while holding on to. But God, you promised. And I was supposed to be this, that, and the third place by now. And da-da-da. And I don't see why I got all this warfare and all this stuff. And you said, and it's not manifesting. And I'm looking at all these social media people, and they're saying the same thing. I just understand. Exactly, phone. I keep hitting the desk. You see that? See how my phone keeps falling down? Because the suitcase hitting the desk? Yeah, that's what some of y'all doing. And y'all don't even realize it. God allowed the betrayal because you're trying to take a fool into your promised land. You're trying to take a whole bum into your promised land. Blank, blank, blank. What is wrong with y'all? Sad King Ashley in. What is wrong with you? God allowed the betrayal. The setup was a setup. Yes, they set you up. Yes, they did you wrong. Yeah, you couldn't believe it. Da da da. Lord, you couldn't believe it, and you thought you could trust him and all of that. But you have to understand, see beyond what you see. The setup was a setup. God allowed this thing. Let these people go. I don't know who you need to cut off. I don't know who you need to disconnect from. Some of you need to change your number. Said that so many times, but y'all just, some of you are addicted to toxicity. You're addicted to it. Some of you would you just gotta feel needed. I don't know what it is. A lot of you need a therapist. I believe everybody needs a therapist. Okay, baby, you gotta let it go because you're hindering, and you're going to continue to hinder what the Lord has for you, what He has awaiting on you. And you can't blame God. So you need to be praising Him now because the setup was a setup. You need to be thanking Him for allowing the betrayal and opening your eyes so you can see people as they are instead of just seeing their representative. Okay. Well, some of you have some decisions to make. It is February. March will be here before you know it. First quarter of the year will be up before you know it. Cut these people off ASAP. I don't care if it's family. There's a way for you to love, respect, even honor, and still not talk to, and still have boundaries. We don't want to talk about, that's a whole cuss word. Boundaries. Boundaries? Okay. Well, I'm done. I just wanted to come and tell you all that you need to praise God instead of being depressed, instead of worrying about stuff, instead of being anxious and stressed out. You really should be praising Him because the setup was a setup, and He's a loving Father because He loves you, and He doesn't want anybody to continue to take advantage of you because He doesn't want people coming in stealing your inheritance and not even having to steal it because some of y'all will just give it away if they're around. He's trying to let you know that you need to cut Him off. He allowed the betrayal. Sit in that. Get you a therapist. Find you a deliverance minister to take you through personal deliverance, whatever you have to do. But baby, in 2023, with all of the great things that the Lord said would happen, with all of that, you still have to understand that a lot of this stuff is conditional. And if you make the decision to stay in what He is trying so hard to pull you up out of, you can't blame anybody but yourself. That's it. That's the post. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you want to sow, I know y'all don't want to sow on this, but if you want to sow, you can sow. My stuff is down in the description box. But yeah, be free.